Hello, my viewers. We are going to share with you our analytical analysis on $5 trillion Indian economy. Whether it is a truth or myth, it can be judged on the scale of currency in circulation to GDP growth rate differentials, which hovers around 9%. And on this measure, we will see whether it is myth or truth. Here, India government has desired or wanted to be a $5 trillion economy after achieving or being the fifth largest economy of the world in 2018. But recent report has published by some economists has said that Indian economy has been thrown on 164th position on the ladder of economic growth of the world. Further, government wanted to lower physical deficit by 3%, but government itself, by presenting budget of 21-22, had accepted that physical deficit has increased by 9.5% instead of lowering down by 3%. And it will always remain by 2026 above to 4.5%. This physical deficit, according to our analysis, may always remain above to 6% by 2026. And to be a 5 trillion Indian economy has become a myth, and physical deficit by lowering 3% has also become a myth. And on these both counts, it seems government has failed to fulfill as they have wanted. Here, we can share our view that to be India a $5 trillion economy, India needs rupees 500 lakh crores credit availability at lower cost, with above to 12% GDP growth rate continuously for 7 years, and it also wanted gross fixed capital formation above to 49%, while debt to GDP ratio above to 140. This is the situation. Without getting this situation, India can't become a $5 trillion economy. And make it a truth, India needs a currency in circulation to GDP growth rate to remain around 9% in the midst of expanding currency and contracting GDP growth rate. Here, it can be measured on the scale of currency in circulation to GDP growth rate differentials. And for it, we had chosen 4 annual budgets, where one annual budget achieves 9.56% GDP growth rate, which is the highest one up till now. And another 3 years budget has been chosen where GDP growth rate has declined and it has gone by 4%. Even it has been thrown negative GDP growth rate. For this, we have chosen 2008, the regime or premiership of Dr. Manmohan Singh, and another 3 years from 2018, 2019 and 2020 of Narendra Modi ji's premiership, where GDP growth rate has always declined and currency expansion has expanded. In 2008, we see that GDP growth rate has remained 9.5%, 6%, and gross fixed capital formation has remained above to 37%, while currency in circulation has also remained around 9.5% of GDP. Here we see that GDP growth rate has remained the highest one, while we pay attention towards 2018, where GDP growth rate has declined from 7% and remained at 6.5%, while declining GDP, the currency in circulation has increased by 37%, while debt to GDP ratio has also increased above to 70%, while currency in circulation to GDP ratio has become higher and it has remained above to 12%. This is the situation on CIC to GDP growth differentials. Here, these differentials have touched by 12%. In 2019, we see that GDP growth rate has declined and it has remained by 5.5%, while currency in circulation have increased by 20%, and GDP and debt to GDP ratio has also increased above to 76%, while currency expansion has touched by 20%. And here currency to GDP growth differentials have also reached above to 12%. And on this situation, the GDP has declined, contracted, while currency has expanded. In 2019, we have seen this situation, but in 2020, we have seen that GDP growth rate has declined by 4% and have even thrown beyond the negative zone of GDP growth rate. Here, currency expansion has increased by 22%, while debt to GDP ratio has also increased or touched above to 90%, while currency in circulation to GDP ratio has touched around 12%, while currency circulation has increased by 13%. And in this situation, we see that currency expansion and GDP declining growth rate has remained unproportional to the currency in circulation. Here, the important thing is that any imbalances between currency in circulation and growth rate brings a wrong impact on the economy, and it affects production, productivity, capacity utilization, and GDP and gross fixed capital formation along with incremental capital output ratio. So, in the midst of rising physical deficits, rising government borrowings, rising debt to GDP ratio, and with lower consumers' confidence, lower business confidence, we see that currency expansion or liquidity expansion has no relationship or has imbalanced relationship with GDP growth rate. And this situation has thrown Indian economy into the precarious situation where Indian economy has been thrown into intensive care unit. So, to be a good economy, there is a need of proper balance between currency in circulation or liquidity with GDP growth rate. Any imbalances brings undesirable result on Indian economy. This is the situation in Indian economy where currency expansion has taken place, but GDP contraction has simultaneously taken place. This is a precarious situation of Indian economy. In this situation, we should maintain a proper relationship between currency or liquidity with GDP growth rate. With higher consumers' confidence, with higher business confidence, for higher level of employment, for higher level of purchasing power to make India a stronger economic power of the global community. Whether this situation will prevail or not, it can't be said. But certainly these situations expose that there are economic inefficiencies exist in Indian economy which can't be wiped out by Modi-led government. Why during Manmohan Singh regime this economic inefficiency has been wiped out? So, during 2008, the Indian economy had achieved the highest GDP growth rate with lowest currency in expansion. While in 2020 we see that GDP growth rate has remained the lowest one, while currency expansion and liquidity has touched the highest level, where credit growth rate has remained the lowest one. In this situation, to become India a $5 trillion economy is a myth. It can't be a truth. So make it truth. There is a need of wiping out economic inefficiency, after which India can become a big economic power, as has been visioned or envisioned by Rajiv, ex-Premier of India, Rajiv Gandhi ji. Thanks. A lot of thanks to my viewers. We have presented this analytical vision before my viewers to judge. Thanks.